Good morning. I'm Ron Moore with your morning cup of motivation from Fields of Grace Church, your church with no walls. Hey, don't you love sports and how it teaches us to keep pressing on, keep on going, even when you're behind? And we all love the comeback stories. And oh my gosh, 2 nights ago, a young 22-year-old pitcher, Trey something Savovich or something like that. Anyway, pitched at 12 strikeouts in the World Series. I mean, 22 years old. But sports teaches us to keep on going even when it gets tough. And, that's what Paul says there in Philippians. He says, press on. And in other words, if you got to press on, that means it's time that you really don't want to do it. You really don't want to press on. You want to just quit. And then in another instance, he says in Ephesians, he compares the Christian life to a wrestling match. He says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against spiritual wickedness in high places, in the cosmos. Yeah, literally is in the Greek. And so you get the picture of a wrestling match that even a champion wrestler, there are going to be times in which his opponent's on top of him. But ultimately, he's going to be on top of his opponent because that's just the nature of wrestling. So I want you to know, if you're down today, if you want to quit today, hey, it's not over until you've won. And I want you to know, child of God, that I know you've heard this before, but I've read the back of the book, and we win. So today, if you're wanting to quit, hey, it's time to press on. It's time to realize that you're not going to be underneath your opponent forever. You're going to be on top because God says you're a winner. God says He's for you. God says through everything, in Romans 8, through all the ins and outs, ups and downs of life, He says you're more than a conqueror. So I want you to know today, child of God, hey, don't quit. Keep pressing on. You're going to make it, and one day we're going to know that we have won when we stand there, when we get out of this life. Hey, you have a great day, and be sure to share this. God bless you. Bye-bye.